It was not at all a normal day. Though I felt normal and I was confident about myself and all, but I still had this feeling that it would not go well. That would not go away. It is like one of those back of the mind things that gnaws at you, but you don't know what it is. And for the first time in my life, I did not want to fuck this up. I still think about hitching a ride to the West like I wanted to as a kid. I probably would have ended up as a big burly lumberjack or something that cut wood for a living, drinking on a job, and earning a living in some rural place. With a wife and all who would quote me about finances but wouldn't care either way. People of the West are cool that way, not driven to finances like here, always chasing after their dreams, forcing the rest of us to work ourselves up to the fervor all the time. For fuck's sakes. Anyways, I woke up at 7 in the morning, though I had the interview at noon. Since I was hella nervous and also excited, I couldn't sleep because I thought that I would miss the interview like an idiot or be late and be greeted by these corporate bastards who need no reason to scowl at you and make you feel like you are nothing. So I get there at 11 and waited outside the building. Boy, was I nervous and I decided to smoke. But then I remembered that I would smell and then they would smell it and would know that I was nervous. You have to be really careful around these corporate bastards. But then I thought that probably they would think that I didn't care if I smelled anyways. Knowing that they would know about my nervousness, so I smoked. I walked inside the building and this lift man looked super creepy. So I decided to take the stairs up to the third floor and wound outside Mr. Red Snapper's office. Mr. Red Snapper. I thought to myself, what an odd name. Probably he had a family of fishermen who like deal in some kind of special fish, and he's the blackfish of the family who decided to pursue his dream of corporate drudgery instead of being on some open waters of some beautiful land fishing. What a fool. Anyways, he wasn't black. He was as white as they come. No fishy smell either. He smelled good, to be honest. I suppose it must be some long lost history of his family that he's yet to reclaim. We shook hands, and because of what I expected, I almost thought that his hands are slimy. Can you believe it? But then I thought that it is just in my head. I followed him into the interview room, and there they were. Like a dozen of corporate bastards sitting around a table. Like a modern day round table. Except they were the Camelot sort. Except they were the knights of Cambridge, Harvard, and Princeton all came together to quell the middle class instead of the mythical dragon. They made me as nervous though, sitting around that huge bastard of a table that I was sure that nobody has hands long enough to grab a pen across the table. That's probably why they had assistants. That's also probably they didn't need to learn to read except their P&L charts. Straight fuckers. That thought made me chuckle, and I felt the nervousness leaving outside my body. Which was great, because boy did they quiz me. I felt like I was sitting with the coppers instead of the capitalists. All this for a Janno job. Huh? I tell you, these people take it way too seriously. Way too seriously. They looked at me and probably thought that I was way too cooler about this than they were. I could see them getting nervous and asking me harder and harder questions. But I knocked it out of the park. I was told that I can join Monday and no follow-up even required. Can you imagine it? I did it. I just told them what they wanted to hear and I kept my thoughts to myself. Easier than I thought it would be. Anyways, I should tell Ali and mother when I see them. It would have been harder if I fucked it up. But I didn't. What a lucky bastard. I just I just wish they were here with me instead of buried 6 feet under.